If you have watched Christopher Nolan's Tenet, you might have learned about a topic called reverse entropy or inverse entropy, which means in general we travel from past to present and present to future. But in the movie called Tenet, it shows how it is possible to reverse that entropy process, which means traveling from future to present and present to past. So the entire movie is based on one theme called whatever the data that we transfer today, whatever the messages that we communicate today is the message to the future. And yes, machine learning is the barrier which does that. So in general, what actually a machine learning is? So when we talk about machine learning did the task of prediction based on the data from the past, which means the messages that we receive from the past is what the root for the machine learning's prediction model. So machine learning does all these tasks of predictions and forecasting the future results based on the past data. But here comes a problem. So in order to use the data from the past to predict what will happen in the future, so we need that model to be live. And in order to make a machine learning project live, there are various problems associated with that. And yes, in this video, we are going to find out a new term called MLOps, which is very trending these days and in which it's the future scope. So if you want to find a career in machine learning, MLOps is the brightest one. So I will explain what actually MLOps is and why do we need MLOps. So MLOps is a combination of machine learning, DevOps, and data engineering. So if you can see, only 23% of the machine learning projects are going into production, which means are going live. So I will tell you a real-time example so that you can connect with that. So if you open your Facebook or Instagram, you will see some ads, and those advertisements are related to whatever you search on internet or whatever you search on Google. Do you know how it works? Because Facebook employs a machine learning model into their system so that it can predict your behavior. Based on that, it will show you the recommended ads for you. But what if you search for, let's suppose you are interested in a particular laptop. So if you are interested in Lenovo laptop and you are searching for Lenovo laptops today, and if Facebook or Instagram shows you the ads of Lenovo, and tomorrow if you search for HP laptops, again it shows you the HP laptops but not the Lenovo laptops, because it is live. So the machine learning model which they employed or which they deployed into their servers are like fetching your live data and are using for prediction. So it is how in general a machine learning model works. But not every company or not every individual will make that possible, because Amazon and Facebook are large companies and they have large data storage devices. They can store a lot of data and they can give you best prediction as much as possible. But in general, it's highly complicated. So how can you avoid that? So how can you make that possible? So I already told you only 23% of the machine learning projects are going into deployment or productions, because it is difficult to manage the live data in production, and that is the reason. And even it's not even live data, because we manage many different softwares which are using the live data, which are fetching the live data every single day. But while coming to machine learning, you need a prediction, and that prediction is based on two different things. The first thing is code or algorithm that you write, and the second thing is the data. So you need to manage the both these things. And if you can consider data and code as two separate entities, if you can manage them both parallelly and you can make them independent, then you can do that. And it is difficult with respect to the normal servers and normal machine learning process. And here comes the problem. So how we can actually do that? In general, DevOps is a concept of combining the general software development product into productions. So and the production level, the general production thing. So it's all about deploying your software into production, and that process we can call it as DevOps. So it's a combination of development and operation side. We do it for general software development process. If we do the same for machine learning, then it's called MLOps. So MLOps is a combination of machine learning and DevOps. So it also involves a field called data engineering. So how it works is, in general, you data scientists or machine learning engineers or data engineers like work hard to develop a machine learning model. And the hardest part is taking that machine learning model into production. And yes, MLOps engineers or MLOps does this part. So it's the actual task is deploying this model into the production and managing them in the production. It is how we connect past and the future. So in order to connect this past and the future, you need a bridge, and that bridge is called MLOps here. So the past data, the algorithm that you write, and the prediction result. So in order to combine all these three, we use MLOps. So there are, I mean, if you can consider the careers in MLOps, it's a bright future, I can say, but you need to know a lot than the normal machine learning. So you need to know the machine learning, how machine learning algorithms work, how to write machine learning algorithms, and you also need to understand how general software development process works, how to do pipelining, data pipelining, and you also need to know continuous integration, continuous deployment, and you also need to know different DevOps tools, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes. So it's a combination of everything. So if you know all these things, definitely you will get a good career as an MLOps engineer. So it is what MLOps is. So MLOps does the process of, it eases the process of taking a machine learning model into production. So it is all about MLOps. So if you find it insightful, please share it in your network, and please do subscribe to my channel and support me in grow as a content creator.